It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body, supplements that get you moving and keep you moving, that make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. You deserve a company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard. You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world, and you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
Hello, everybody from around the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Samson Lee coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Welcome to today's Opportunity Global Zoom. Well, I'm very excited to share with you an incredible opportunity that's happening around the world. Now, before we get started, just a little bit about myself. I've been an entrepreneur for more than 40 years. I've built businesses starting a long time ago in real estate as a real estate broker, having my own office, to going into the furniture retail business. I used to have 3 stores. I made money and then lost everything before. So if you look in the dictionary, you got to fail your way to success. I'm one of those right here. My picture might show up there. And then after that, I got to become a professional auctioneer. Now, about 20 years ago, as I was starting my career as an auctioneer, I got segued into something amazing. I met a friend. He introduced me to an amazing platform, and to also introduce me to somebody, my good friend named Kim Hui. She's an incredible entrepreneur. And 20 years ago, I saw her and a group of people built a business to 195 countries and territories. Now, folks, think about it for a second. This is 2005 to 2007, 8, around that time. And if you think about it, I mean, even today, how many companies you know actually do business all over the world on that kind of scale, right? Well, I saw the trend, I grabbed onto it. And since then, work with a few different platforms. In my last platform, I was very fortunate to have done very well, built my own business to 150 countries and territories around the world. It was a life-changing event. Worked very hard. And then last year, many of us decided to start something new. So that's what we're going to share with you today. So what is out there that can enable somebody, for example, work from home and really build a global business just like us? Well, we're going to hopefully just take maybe 30 minutes of your time to share with you this incredible opportunity with a company that launched last year called 3. So there's a group of us that came together and we decided to start something new, to build again, because look, after the pandemic, a lot of people, lost their health, lost their fight in life, for life. And financially, many people were hammered. I mean, I can't say it strong enough. And it was so difficult for so many people. The only people making money were the people working from home and online. So I was very fortunate. I built my business very big at a time. I was able to do that. But how many people out there? And even today, there are still not only states or provinces, but countries still recovering from the pandemic. And to be honest, I mean, when's the last time you went to the supermarket and say, "Oh, everything is so inexpensive," rather than, "Oh my gosh, everything is 2 to 3 to 5 to 10 times more than it was maybe about 4 years ago." So today I want to share with this opportunity because three, it is about first, look, no matter what, you should have a good life. And I think during the pandemic, a lot of people reprioritize how they want to live and the way they were living and what they were doing. Is it just work, 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 and that's the kind of life, or is family more important? And that's why we talk about love yourself, love your family, and people came together during the pandemic, and the community is even more important, right? So, look, we started the company last year. Our foundation, we founded based on a collaborative effort from a group of experienced international business builders. And I already mentioned that there was a group of us who've all built millions and millions of dollars worth of businesses around the world coming together to create three. We launched last May in 2023. We're headquartered in Lehi, Utah, and we opened our subsidiary offices already in Hong Kong and Indonesia. And we're just starting. I think there's a couple more offices in Asia that's coming online very soon, but our plan is to go global. So we have very, very strong leadership presence. I mean, we're talking about a very diverse group of entrepreneurs from many, many different business backgrounds coming together. And also, as a matter of fact, very unique to three, I believe, we have a huge contingency of medical professionals because they're all into science and wellness. So when we come together, we definitely talk about a big group of leaders. I mean, not only in business, but in their community and their family. And leaders, you know what? They know the way, they go the way, and they will show the way. So the company, we came together and worked with Mr. Daniel Piku, who is the founder and the CEO of Three International. So Daniel himself is the American dream, his rags to riches story. He came from nothing, a very poor economic background, and worked very hard, very smart, overcame many, many obstacles, and became a multimillionaire. As an entrepreneur, he wanted to be partnered up with many of us who are, entrepreneurs to build something massive and to benefit everybody. And along with Daniel came Dr. Dan Gubler, who is our chief scientific officer. Now, Dr. Dan has amazing, amazing resume. We are so fortunate to have him. Dr. Dan was a professor at BYU Hawaii in biochemistry. He got his PhD in Colorado and actually trained in Caltech. Caltech, if you don't know, is one of the top two scientific universities in the US, literally. And they're actually more, I mean, out of Caltech, there's so many Nobel laureates. It's the top school in the US. And Dr. Dan also, as a professor and being somebody who is so passionate about using biochemistry to help humanity. He himself, have dealt with many, many, many different areas of science, such as absorption, epigenetics, and genetics, DNA research, etc. So he has a tremendous background, and he's actually won the Visionary Award in our industry. So we're lucky to have him. Our third person here is Mr. Troy Moore. He's our Chief Operating Officer. And Troy has quite a background with supply chain and actually has in logistics and have worked with companies running billions of dollars in sales. So we have a very strong management team to build this opportunity. Our business model is called cross-border social e-commerce. That's in a short sentence, it's like international e-commerce. And netted together with social media and how people come together. So the internet has changed the way we live. And the big part of it is how we buy and sell things, maybe how we do banking, also how we connect with other people. I keep up with my relatives online. I probably do that more than calling them, but that's how we keep up with each other nowadays. And, when the time comes, we definitely all come together, right? So with this kind of model, in a very short time, we decided to do international business and started with 15 countries and territories. So, you can see the names here, and it's North America and most of Asia that we're doing to start in our phase one. There are other phases coming down the road. Just look out, okay? But we're starting in these, and it's only been, look, since May, it's 1 year and 5 months. That's it. So we're just starting. In a very short time, we've done 66 million already in our first year. We're looking for people who want a business opportunity to work on their own time and space. We're also, definitely looking for people who are in the health and wellness. I think especially after the pandemic, health is such a big trend. I mean, the word is now health is your wealth, right? If you have no health, you have nothing. And the third kind of people we're looking for are people who want to be connected with like-minded community for global collaboration, elevation, and support. And one thing about success, if that's what we're talking about today, if you want to create something different, want to create something new, you want to create something additional, or maybe just a full on, or jump in with both feet, a tremendous business. Well, no one person can create success. It's always a collaborative efforts among individuals. And that's the culture actually that we're building here in 3. We want people to be successful. We want a win-win situation. Now, our approach to wellness is very unique because the old paradigm, we're talking about, look, go see the doctor when you're sick. Yeah, that's fine. You are what you eat. Well, yes, to a degree. Your DNA is your blueprint, right? I mean, we were told that, right? You're born with it, and that's the way it is. But you know what? Science has evolved. So if you have not been keeping up, okay, with low information in wellness, people, okay, the new paradigm is proactive wellness. Be proactive about your health. You actually can just making minor adjustments to how you live, your lifestyle, what you eat, what you consume, your sleep. It's just minor things, and you can be healthier. You are what you absorb. You actually are what you can absorb on a cellular level, because you can eat the best thing, but if you cannot absorb it, it won't do you any good. Your cells won't be able to use it, right? So, and also the new paradigm, really, what's out there, and because of the trend of recognizing that, oh, there's a lot of chemicals in food, the food at the market is not the way it was. People want to go organic, not just the marketing part, but the real organic. Maybe some of you out there growing your own food. Well, the curation, how we manage, how we harvest these phytonutrients. That phyto means plant, right? Phytonutrients from whole foods and plants. That's the biggest thing, because we come from nature, and so we definitely absorb things and get benefits from things that are in nature, right? So the future of proactive wellness is actually epigenetics. So what is epigenetics? Epigenetics is simply the science of how your genes, that your 20,000 genes in your DNA, can help you to have different aspects to your health, into your life. Your genes determine, for example, how tall, how short you are, what color eyes you are, your features, etc. But at the same time, also the genes can affect how you process sugar in your system, in your cells, how your brain functions, how your microbiome is. It can do many, many, many things. So if your genes are influenced in a positive way, what the science has found out is that you can actually have better health. So through phytonutrition, absorption, lifestyle, environment, those things determine your health and longevity. So we have a very impressive scientific advisory board. Dr. Dan is the head of it, along with our chair, Dr. Timothy Schneider, and many, many amazing doctors on this panel. And I know some of you out there, if you were in Tulum, Mexico, on an incentive trip, you got to meet them. It's beautiful, the terrific people. And these doctors, actually, they don't get paid anything. they are volunteer on this scientific advisory board because they have looked at the science that 3 is going into, and they realize, you know what, that is the next big thing. They actually, so these doctors, they put their credibility, their face, their name up with 3, and passionately, as a matter of fact, to share with you, the science and the products and how life could be much better. So we have amazing scientific advisory board. Now, the science and technology of 3, we focus on the 3 pillars. First is exploration. Dr. Dan is the head of research, and he goes out and finds novel, new phytonutrients in plants, not only new nutrients, but molecules that can benefit how we live. As a matter of fact, I mentioned Dr. Dan was very passionate before because his grandfather was on the scientific team that discovered vitamin B1 many years ago. And Dr. Dan grew up pretty much in his grandfather's lab. So he was very inspired, and he know that, through science, he can benefit people. So constantly, we're not just a marketing company, we're an R&D company. So through curation, our second pillar, how we source the ingredients, the molecules, how we put them together, the process of putting products together in a particular way, it creates maximum, for example, absorption, which is our third pillar. And we actually have a clinical study that Dr. Dan did through a third party that look at how well our products are absorbed on the cellular level. I mean, we are on another level, folks. I'm going to share with you a little bit more because it is very exciting. All our products and science is backed by clinical studies. They are very well vetted. And because of that, we are fortunate. All our products are actually registered with the PDR.net. PDR is the Prescriber's Digital Reference. This is a medical professional reference that a lot of medical professions in the US, they use to look at drugs and other things that are registered there to know, to understand them, to know what's in them, to look at the side effects, etc. So, but you have to be vetted to be in the PDR, and all our product, even though they're not drugs, they're nutraceuticals and actually skincare, we're actually in the PDR. So we have that much scientific backing in terms of the product. And, we actually did a lot of clinical studies in cellular absorption, epigenetics, and superoxide. So through a study called a Cacao-2 study, we sent it to a third-party lab, and we tested 6 of our nutraceuticals, and the absorption rate is through the roof because most supplements out there, they are only, maybe on the average absorb maybe only 10%. And we use that as a control. But when we did the cellular absorption study using the Cacao-2 study, well, the predicted absorption is anywhere from 33% to 95% among our 6 products. That means you're talking about more than 3 times to 9.5 times predicted absorbability into the cell. That's a huge difference. I mean, that is not money down the toilet. And that's how, because it can penetrate into a cell, it alludes to our second clinical study where our product actually can influence the gene expression in the epigenetic study. So this is science. So we did the third-party study, and anywhere how, from influencing, supporting the gene that influences cognitive function, supporting the gene that helps our cells process sugar, helps our inflammation. Actually, 2 of the genes very prominent in supporting a healthy inflammation status in our cells through our products. It's mind-blowing. I mean, some of the numbers are through the roof. And then also we did a study with one of our product called Revive, which is liposomal curcumin and plus other ingredients that's in there that supports healthy inflammation, but also fights something called superoxide. Now, all these studies are available to any of you. All our brand ambassador, we have these studies, and we go through them, we've learned from them. And if you're curious, you're welcome to look at them. Okay. Now, We have 6 nutraceuticals. We call these our simple 6 because when we first started the company, we just thought, what do people need out there? And we start, since we started in 2023, it's post-pandemic. We're just finishing out the pandemic. People are just starting to travel for pleasure again, right? So we thought, what do people need to maintain that health? How can we stay healthier? How can we live longer? So we talked to Dr. Dan, and these are the 6 products that came out from our discussion, from the research and the development. So first we have the Vitalite. We call Vitalite the Nourisher. So it has all the essential vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and probiotic, prebiotic, even postbiotic. So that's a new category that we're talking about. We actually have that. And that product is predicted to for you to absorb 4 times more. It has all the omega-3, 6, 9. It does your body good because you need the foundation to nourish your body, and that's what the Vitality is. Next, we have the Revive. Revive, like I mentioned before, it has a curcumin, liposomal curcumin, and other ingredients in there. It's very beneficial. It helps support healthy inflammation in your cells. So we've done the clinical studies on there, and you can read it. It can be provided to you, but the proof is in the pudding on how a lot of discomforts. For me, I'm 55 this year, so a lot of things have happened to me over the years, playing sports, getting injured, and etc. And the Revive has been a lifesaver. I've been able to get out of bed without pain, just function like a young man again. It's unbelievable, and a lot of people getting tremendous benefits from that. And we also have the Immune, which we call the Protector, right? So the Immune has quite a few ingredients, nano silver, quercetin, and other things that actually helps defend against bacteria and viruses. We have a patent pending technology in there called quorum sensing that helps to stop communication between the bacteria and viruses, so that when the bacteria and viruses come together, they can talk to each other, they send signals to each other, and then the genes inside the bacteria and viruses are turned on, and that's how they start to get viral, and you start to get sick from them. So we have the patent technology in the Immune to help support, to stop that kind of communication. So you have more time to fight that disease, right? Your natural defenses. So it supports innate and adaptive immune system in your body. So now the 4th product we have is Purify. Now, if you live where I live in the big city, there's a lot of things that are polluted, right? Such as the water, the air. Nowadays, they say even the rain because of, things that are in the air. If you eat out a lot, well, the Purify helps you detox from a lot of things. It detoxes the 5 major organs, such as your skin, your lungs, and kidney, liver, intestine, colon. So it helps. One of the things in there is chlorophyll, or similar to chlorophyll, actually seeks out heavy metal and pulls it out from your body. And we have other ingredients in there to help support the purification, detoxification of your body. So things cannot be well unless you detoxify, right? Things will get better after that. The Eternal, we call the Rejuvenator. Many years ago, when I heard about this ingredient called resveratrol, we have 200 milligrams of that in the Eternal. And I remember, a medical doctor mentioned, resveratrol is like, the engine oil in the engine. It helps our body runs better. So it's super antioxidant. The Eternal also has glutathione, which is the master antioxidant, super powerful. People are actually even going out doing IV drips, couple $100 per drip, but we actually have that in the Eternal, plus the CoQ10 and other amazing benefit antioxidants that in the Eternal. I like to call it the Eternal the ultimate anti-aging product. I just love it. Tastes great. It's a liquid form. And also we have the collagen. Now, collagen is in our hair, our nail. Actually, it's the backbone in structure to tissues and muscles and brains. So it's everywhere. Our joints. So Collagen, we have in a liquid form and liposomal form, where you can absorb it in a very, very powerful manner. You can absorb it up to 73% predictability into your body, into your cell. That's amazing. So look, there are a lot of collagen product out there, but most of them you cannot absorb because the molecule is way too big. That's why people go from brand to brand to brand to brand. Well, once people got on the collagen in three, well, they don't go anywhere else because it works. It actually works. Now, the last product I'd like to mention I'm very excited about is a brand new product just launched in August this year. Is the Visage. The Visage is the world's first neurocosmetic that actually can have your skin talk to your brain. And actually, it supports the health of your skin. Your skin actually have a type of cells called neurites, which is very similar to neurons, brain cells, but it's in your skin, and they have a superhighway to your brain. And actually, when your skin is happy, what they found that your skin has a direct connection to the brain, just as your gut has. So the skin-brain connection is that when your skin is healthy, your brain actually is happier. It actually, it actually secretes, clinical studies shown that it secretes more dopamine and serotonin to help you to be more calm and more happy, and to help yourselves to support yourself to be on a more homeostasis level. So this is a world's first, and it's groundbreaking. It actually features newly discovered molecules by Dr. Dan that has never, ever been used before. For example, from plantain, a desert plant in Mojave Desert in California. So this is truly a breakthrough product, and it's highly absorbable. There's 3 new absorption technologies that are used with the Visage, and people getting tremendous result. I mean, I'm one of them, right? Not bad for 55, right? So look, all this science is very exciting, and people are getting crazy results on it. That's why people are very excited about the business. They see that, look, when something works, so how do you make money, right? Well, you could be among the first group of people to promote and share this amazing wellness guardians globally. So look, the company, once you become a brand ambassador, you get a replicated website that's to you. You get a website that's e-commerce ready. You get a huge back office with a lot of reporting, tracks your business around the world. The company has a great marketing department that does social media and traditional media to help you to promote the business. You don't have to talk about the product like Dr. Dan. Let the Dr. Dan video talk for you. You don't have to, create new content for social media. The company can do it for you. It's already doing it. So you just have to go on Instagram and all those social media to go find 3, okay? So we actually also have a training system that supports our global community. So because you're in the business for yourself, but not by yourself. When you plug into the community, you will find a lot of knowledge, resources, experience, and wisdom that can help you. So now, how do you get paid, right? Many people say, so Samson, all this sounds good. How do you get paid? Well, it's very simple. First, we're retail commissions. You can earn anywhere from 20 to 25% from your website. And the best thing is when people buy product from your website, the company drop ships to them. You don't even have to have inventory to ship to them. So it's just about promoting, and the company will ship to your customer directly. You make 20 to 25% right away. And how many times can you do that? As many times as you want, okay? So next, we have introductory bonuses. Now, the company have some packages. They have different benefits, and they have different discounts, for example, anywhere from 5 to 30% discount off of wholesale price, okay? So those are the packages. When you refer somebody who buy those packages, you get a referral anywhere from $25 to $350. Now, the third way to make money is called commission overrides. So as you develop your customer base, anytime they buy something, you can get paid. Now, if you happen to find people want to build a business together, and you can actually build a team. So as you build your team, anything that they sell, you work with them, and there's a reason why you get paid, right? So when you work with them and they work hard, they create their commission. You have a chance to also override all the sales, which is great. For me, my real estate background is like similar to real estate. I was a broker, I have agents, and when agents sell something, well, I make something too. So that's actually how sales work. And it does that across many, many industries. Now, the fourth way to get paid is referral matching bonus. So as you go out, build your sales team, as you go help them make money, well, every time they make a commission, you have a chance to match them anywhere from 5, 10, 15, 20 to 30% matching. So that you can do globally. So it doesn't matter where your people are. So the detail, you can always go back with your friend to ask the specific question. Is a very powerful way to get paid. Fifth way to get paid is called global bonus pool. So for the people that the top producers, the company sets aside a percentage of sale, 3% of commissionable volume to split among the top producers every week. You talk about company sale. Now, this global founder pool is very similar, but it's for founders. Now, the people who are founders are the people that come in with the founders package to build their business, and we have limited of those, and the company rewards for the people that come in early to help support the build the company. You're the early adopter. The company give you appreciation, so sets aside 2% of global commissionable volume to split among the qualifying founders every week. So it's for the lifetime of the company. Now, so at this time, you can choose how to participate. You can be a retail customer or you can be a business builder. It's up to you. Okay. Now, if you want to be a business builder, there's two simple steps. One, enroll as a brand ambassador of $30. You get your website, your back office, and all the marketing support right away. And second, you choose a package that you feel comfortable with. So, like I said, the packages are anywhere from 5 to 30% discount. And as you know, the 30% discount is the founder pack. It's a limited time only. We're almost sold out. It comes with about 3 to 5 months worth of product for 2 people. So you have enough product for 2 people to do that, to build the business and also for yourself to try. So it's a great package. Now, look, at this time, for me, you can hear the excitement in my voice because I've seen people do well in the business. I've seen people get tremendous benefit from the product. Okay. And I'm so happy and so passionate that I'm doing this business every day to benefit other people. At this time, I'd like to introduce a few friends of mine. If all 3 of them can open their camera, unmute your mic, and say hello to everybody. Tonight we have an all-cast panel. As a matter of fact, we have an international panel tonight. So I'm just going to briefly introduce them. We're going to go ahead and start. We have Mr. Dennis Chow from Toronto, Canada. We have Mr. Grant Hannaford from Australia. We have Dr. Ashley Keys from the USA. So welcome all 3 of you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for taking the time. Yeah, all look beautiful. I know you all been using the Visage.
Yes.
And looking healthy.
Thanks for having us.
Well, first I'd like to start out with Dennis.
Yes.
Mr. Dennis Chow from Toronto. Actually, I've known Dennis for a number of years, and at that time, when I met him, he was not an entrepreneur. He's a corporate guy. But you know what? I'll let Dennis tell the story. Go ahead, Dennis.
Okay, thank you, Samson. Thank you, Samson, for giving me this opportunity to share with everyone around the world. You can see my background in Toronto, Canada. But actually, yesterday I was in Tulum. I just flew back last night here. Well, about my background, actually, I'm originally from Hong Kong. I came to Canada as a mechanical engineer, using my left brain to think. Everything is very logical, but without what I'm working on the manufacturing environment, I find I lost myself. My hours just getting longer and longer. But the good, they give me a lot of opportunity. I become the plant manager and become the managing director of the Canadian operation. Very proud of myself, but as I mentioned, I just lost all my own personal time. So about 10 years ago, I met Samson, and actually he brought me a new perspective of how we can live in the world and how I can live much more for myself. that time I jumped out from my employee environment and I just starting my e-commerce online business. Well, since then, it really changed my life. I just can travel many places, which I love to be travel. And I met a lot of new friends around the world, all these entrepreneurs. Like tonight, we have some US, Australia, and I've been traveling with the business too at the same time. Just 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, Samson told me there's another opportunity. Do you want to join? I said, wow, of course. Why not? This is a brand new opportunity. At that time, I really don't know what the company name is, what the product is. I just say, Samson, if you are in, I'm in. That's it. Very simple. And since joining 1.5 year with the company, I've been traveling through the Asia, building my team, and going the incentive trip. Last year went to Caribbean cruise. This year went to Tulum. Next year we're going to Vietnam. So I've been very blessed that I make my decision that to change my life. And thank you so much, Samson, to give me this opportunity. Be in this place, be in this space with all the entrepreneur together, and at the same time, I can find out my own time with what I really want to do, what I want to do. Thank you so much, Samson. Thank you again.
Well, congratulations, Dennis, for all your success and all your trips. And I know it's very different. You 20 plus years in your company had no life. So welcome to the real life. So thank you for coming on board and being part of it with me. Huh? Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, I'd like to jump over the pond. Well, it's quite a pond, quite a jump to
Yeah.
Australia. Hello, Grant. How are you today, buddy?
Yeah, Samson, thanks for the opportunity to have a chat. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Please share with us your background and why you're in three.
Sure, I've been a registered nurse for more than 40 years now, and I spent around 15 years in the pharmaceutical industry and medical devices. So I love the science, love the clinical. Life is starting to slow down a bit. And a few months ago, I was in Africa on a trip, and just looking down the hill with the binoculars, and in the grass next to me, a lion just roared up in front of me, stood on its hind legs, looked directly in my eyes, and I just raced back to the car like you would not believe. And it kind of caused me to think about, what's my life about? Like, what am I doing? Is there more to it? And literally, like a few days later, a friend messaged me and said, "Hey, Grant, do you want to come over to the conference in Salt Lake and check out 3?" And I thought, well, we're just going to go with that. Went over there and met the most amazing, beautiful group of people. The first afternoon, we had a health professionals meeting, and I've gone into that room kind of as a skeptic, like I've got all my clinical background, and they did the presentation. A lot of things were covered as you've done already today, Samson. And then after that, it was kind of in depth. And then after that, they had a question and answer time. And across the room, people were asking questions, and it was all about the product. And there was discussion about the product. But the people discussing it in the room were gastroenterologists, pain specialists. We had the advisory board. We had Dr. Dan. I was completely blown away by the level of the discussion, the level of the people. And I just felt like, wow, I've come home. I've found a company that is the real deal with the science, because as I said, I was skeptical, but I was watching all the science, watching the people, and I said, this is absolutely incredible. Went racing out of the room at the end, straight to the counter and bought some Vitality. And literally within hours, I felt the difference. I was jet lagged, of course, so it was easy to get a difference. But amazing. And then met some of the other people, went out and bought a founder's pack. So now I'm on all the product and just really enjoying it, especially the Revive as well. Back into running after a broken ankle. Another story, we won't go into it now, but it's just been an incredible opportunity for me to join a group of people worldwide that's just the most beautiful community of really sharp, really good people. And yes, I'm very grateful. So thank you, Samson.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Great to have you. I missed you when you were in Salt Lake. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Great
you're
to
on stage the whole time. That's why.
yeah. Well, great to have you on board. And, your credibility accounts for a lot. 40 years and been in such a diverse field, not only RN, but in,
Yeah.
pharma and all that medical devices. So thank you. Thank you for being on board. You're one of the pioneers.
Yeah, you
Thank you.
you really touched me. I got goosebumps. Like you didn't share that story with me about the lion and everything when we were in Salt Lake. Like that's really cool. Very cool.
Life-changing moment.
Thank you. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and then today, to wrap it up, we have Dr. Ashley Keys from Washington. How are you, Dr. Ash? How are you
I'm
doing?
wonderful. Samson, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Three has
Yeah,
been
go ahead.
a true blessing to me. And so I always love having the opportunity to share how it has blessed my life so much. I'm an interventional mental health provider in Washington, very close to Seattle. And as a physician, you often believe that you are truly financially secure. But in the post-COVID healthcare environment, I found myself in a scenario where I really needed a supplemental source of income. And I wasn't as financially secure as I once was or needed to be. And so I truly believe that it was a God thing or the universe or whatever it is that you believe in that brought three to me. And a really dear friend of mine came to me about 18 months ago. And she was looking into three, and she asked me to look at the products and look at things as a friend, but also as a physician. And for me, I'm never driven by finances. I'm first and foremost for my patients. And so I really looked at the products, and I went right back to her. And I said, I really hope you do this, but regardless of if you do, I am doing this because these products are truly between the biotechnology, the absorption, the special curation of ingredients. They work so well together. I've never seen anything like this on the market at all. And so I started taking them myself. Then I gave them to my family. And then after I'd seen such incredible results and I was feeling so good, I started to give them to my patients. And when my patients returned to see me continually demonstrating more and more improvement and success, I started to feel like it would be neglect not to share it, right? So eventually, organically, I found that it became a financial support to my clinic. Between selling the three products, retail at my clinic, and then having patients purchase them online and through my website, bottom line, three literally rescued me during a downturn that I really wasn't expecting. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, quite a story. Heartfelt.
Yes,
Really heartfelt. Oh my
truly.
gosh. What a blessing. What a
Yeah.
blessing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for sharing, Dr. Ashley. I mean, it's a wonderful story. I mean, look, folks out there, regardless of what you just think about where you were. Not about three, but think about where you were 3 to 4 years ago. And we all had to somehow climb back from that disaster that happened 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And now to a world where, well, I mean, are we doing, for what we're doing, is it enough? Is it enough for you? Is it enough for your family? Is it enough for, is it what you want? If not, come take a look, join us. A very famous man, Mr. Miles Monroe, he said, if you're gonna take a risk, don't look at the risk. Look at what the result that you want, and what if you can achieve that result. But at the same time, what if you cannot achieve it? What will happen to you? And that's the world that we live in today. So no matter what, well, we try to just share from our hearts. And I want to thank Dennis, Grant, and Dr. Ashley on today to share with us their wonderful experience. And well, I highly encourage you, just get back with the person who put you on this call and get your questions out of the way and get started with us and build something meaningful for yourself, your family, and your community. So thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Samson.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Dr.
Thank
Ashley.
you.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Grant. We'll
Bye,
see
Dennis.
you all on the next week. We have the same Zoom, same time. If you get started tonight, tomorrow, we actually have a training we call Empowerment Tuesday, and Wednesday, we call Wellness Wednesday. We're going to have our wellness call about the science and the product. So thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
Take care, folks. God bless
Bye.
all of you.